So, raving fans. It's such a simple two-word statement, isn't it? For me, that's is the one, not the one thing. It's one of the things which, when you are able to create a raving fan status and a culture of raving fans. So again, you know, we created, going back to the first franchise, we created a culture whereby reciprocity, sharing was absolutely at the forefront of everything that we did. And we also had a strategy whereby we wanted to, it wasn't, we were striving for excellence in everything that we did. Sometimes to our own detriment, sometimes recognizing that, you know what, this is good enough for where we are right now, but we were constantly pushing and pushing. But part of that was because we wanted and we understood the value of having Raven fans. So go back to what we talked about the attraction and the magnetization of franchise partners joining the brand. I've never, in all my 20 years, anybody who is joining as a new franchise partner will definitely want to speak to existing franchise partners, just the way it is. And okay, some people fudge that, and some people will let you speak to these ones, but please don't speak to these ones over here because they are the complete opposite antipathy of Raven fans. But by having a strategy to focus on creating raving fans, and by that I don't mean that's not about just saying yes and agreeing with everything that the franchise partner is saying or suggesting, but it is working at a level of interdependence, which includes having the uncomfortable conversations, it includes doing what is in the franchise partner's best interest and helping them to not go down the rabbit holes of which there are a myriad that people can go down. It's about helping them to stay focused on the model. It's about making sure, Claire mentioned just a few minutes ago, that you have their back, that you actually care. You know, again, but we're not going to talk about coaching with compassion in any detail at all today. But coaching with compassion and genuinely caring about the people who have invested in the franchise and living by the values, doing the right thing, you know, spending and investing time in these individuals. That this is the stuff, and it's not rocket science, but it's not easy. It requires dedication. It requires commitment. It requires, you know, what do you do when the chips are down and they've really, you know, perhaps they are facing some family illness. Perhaps they have just been diagnosed with a terrible disease. Perhaps they are suffering from mental health and anxiety. These are the moments that define who you are and what you do.
I'm getting the sense it comes back to the relationships and the tiny noticeable things and the fact that you're there when you're needed to be there. It's how you react when things go wrong more than when things are going right.
Yeah, it's all too it's all too easy, isn't it? When things are going right, to just think again, yeah, it's all going fantastically well. But over the years, I mean, as I said, I've had the privilege of supporting hundreds. The first network, we had 150 franchise partners. So with 150 franchise partners, you have got every aspect of life happening on a daily basis. So things are going to go wrong. That is just inevitable. And it is how you deal with the things that go wrong as well as the things that go right. And it's about leadership. It's about, you know, literally, helping the franchise partners, helping them to see that you're in the trenches with them, if that's what is required, and you are here to see them through the tough times and to be able to absolutely still achieve their hopes and dreams further down the line. But there are all sorts of moments that are tricky to navigate. And again, I say that, but this is why I say if you want to go somewhere, find someone that's gone there before, because they can be navigated. These risks can be mitigated. Responsible, ethical franchisors are doing this. You know, this is also happening. I mean, I know we're focusing on the things that can go wrong, but there are also significant number of franchisors who are doing this stuff and they're doing it well. So they should be applauded as well. So we shouldn't lose sight of that. I don't want anybody to think that this is all about doom and gloom, because it's not.